What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another just real quick Ableton tutorial. So today we're going to go through the frequency shifter, stock Ableton frequency shifter, and see what kind of movement it can apply to a simple saw wave patch that I made here. Is nothing special, super boring, has a little bit of FM from this B oscillator, which is not on, and also has a bit of PWM on it, which is also mapped to a macro over here. So we'll mess with these. This is mapped to the FM, so we'll go through those and just kind of play around with those, see how they can modulate the sound further once we get our movement going. But we want to focus on the frequency shifter. So let's hear what this sounds like just plain. So super boring, has a little bit of saturation on it with this transformer, and some soft clipping here with the stock Ableton glue compressor and makeup, driving it into the soft clipper. So let's turn on this one frequency shifter here and see what happens. So we start getting tons of movement when we put this at about 50% and change the fine value just a little bit to the right or the left. Doesn't really matter. It will change the direction that the movement happens in, though. So cool. So we're just gonna keep doing that, and basically I did this earlier in Command D to duplicate each of these over and over, and then just change the fine values little by little. And I just kind of did that to ear, and you'll see what came out of it. So as you can hear, tons and tons and tons of great movement there and lots of phase shifting types of effects. Now what we can do is we can give it a little width with the unison here. So you can tell that immediately widens it up. We can add a filter to it. I did this earlier with a distorted comb filter. And I have it mapped to a macro here as well. This macro 3 is mapped to the comb frequency, so we're going to move that around and see what happens. So you can hear a little bit of extra texture there. We can mess around with this PWM here. Not much to that one, but it does make an effect with without all of the movement going on. Now let's add the FM, change that a bit. You can tell we go all the way up with it here. So yeah, lots of fun stuff you can do with a very, very simple patch and a whole bunch of frequency shifters. One thing to keep in mind is that as I change notes on this, it's not going to keep the consistency because this frequency shifter that we made, all of the movement is based off of the frequency of the note that was being played. So if I move up a semitone to D sharp or E, you can tell it's much more messy than at our at the D that we started at. So that's always something to keep in mind. So with that in mind, you'd probably want to bounce this out to audio. So let's Command T to add an audio track, resampling mode, and Command click to make sure that this record icon enables here. And then we'll just go ahead and play out some stuff and mess with these knobs and see what we get. Don't forget to play it at different octaves. So you can run into some terrible things too, so careful. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Please leave a like and comment if you guys had any questions, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.